Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live with Lee and Hayley. Hayley Harmon's not here. She was arrested for vandalizing the Chester A. Arthur Museum Presidential Library.
I'm 100% sure that's true.
She was screaming, "This isn't real," the entire time as they cuffed her and stuffed her. Now, she went on a little girls' trip. She's doing something with her friends. But Mary Jo,
nice.
Mary Jo is here with us today. And Hayley got mad at me yesterday because I was talking about what a corrupt organization the NCAA was, and she just didn't want to appreciate that.
How would you argue any other way?
Well, she wasn't arguing with me. She just didn't want to hear it.
Oh.
But she's more versed in this than I am. You understand, like DeMarcus Cousins, you see what he said yesterday about it?
Yeah, which, and I'm fine with it.
Me too.
I totally 100% agree with DeMarcus and everyone else. If you're not on the side of the student athletes,
Right.
which the NCAA almost never is,
Ever.
Then what are they doing?
Right, I don't know, making money. That's what they're doing,
Yeah.
and they're trying to protect their bankroll. That's the thing that I wanted to say yesterday, but I was getting the cold stare and the...
Yeah.
You're very feline-ish today, by the way.
I am, that's a... Well, because that zoo is throwing out meat, right?
Yeah, we wanted to show this video. We can't do it right.
So
just now,
I was
but-
hoping I would...
They're playing tug of
that
war with the
Lyle's
lion.
Barbecue would just throw meat out to me
How
today.
about that? They're on the show today. Lyle's Barbecue, who just appeared on CNBC's The Prophet.
Yeah.
That's big time for them. They're going to be on the show today showing us what they've got. Also, this lady did so well on America's Got Talent. Comedian Vicky Barbalak is going to be with us a little bit later as well. So we
She
got
was
a
a
good show.
huge fan favorite.
Oh, yeah, they loved her. And they loved her in Lexington. I was at the club last night and saw her with a huge fan base that was there on a Thursday night. So we'll get to talk to Vicky as well. Anything new in your life that you need to catch us up with, Mary Jo?
Yeah. So I had a plumber at my house all morning. Because,
Yeah, okay, wait a minute. Start, because I didn't get through this story. What happened?
Yeah, so I have a 13-year-old. Sam is 13. He used to sit on set with me as a baby on the weekend show, and now he's 13, and he thinks that he should turn the water on in the shower, just let that go,
Okay.
and then do the rest of his business, which takes 15 to 20 minutes before he gets in the shower.
Wow.
So, you know, that did not end up well, and his bathroom is right over my bedroom. So we had a little rain in my bedroom.
So what happened? It just filled up and
Yeah, and everything overflowed and leaked through the ceiling down onto my, literally onto
What, do you
my
have the
bed.
stopper in the tub or in the shower? Why did it?
Yeah, I guess, you know, that's why I had the plumber there, because he had to fix that kind of thing. But so yeah,
go, Sam.
life is good.
Yeah. Well, that's awful. Water damage. Nothing worse than water damage.
Yeah.
They always say it's not the fire, it's the water damage.
Especially when it's sewage.
Ooh.
Which is what, yeah.
All right. You ready to do the hot
Yes,
topics?
let's do hot topics.
Roll it.
Topics.
You read this one, Mary Jo.
All right, a Texas woman is called to the principal's office at her daughter's school. So administrators tell the mom she needed to come right away regarding her daughter, whose name is Promise. Now, mom says she thought her daughter had gotten into some serious trouble. Instead, her daughter surprised her with some good news. She got accepted into Louisiana's Grambling State University. Check out mom's reaction. Yes, she's twerking all over the place.
Yeah.
That I wanted.
You did.
But before we talk about that, there's something else that we need to talk about.
Okay.
What happened today?
Yeah, it happened today, and I'm gonna let Promise tell you what happened.
What happened?
I got accepted into Grammy.
Had a little practical joke there on mom, but she doesn't care. It's a good payoff for her. You know what? These suckers, Mary Jo, that I work with, we went and ran the 40 the other day.
Yes.
So it's me, Hayley, Jessie, Kevin McGuffey, you know, these prime athletes that you know so well. They lied to me about my time.
What'd they tell you it was?
They thought I came in almost dead last. So I was beaten by everybody. That's what I thought. And then it
There's
turns
no way
out
Jesse beat you.
he did beat me, actually. He did
Sorry.
beat me. Jesse, it takes him a minute to get it rolling.
Yeah, but then you
once
can't stop it.
Yeah, it becomes a speed
They went to the
freight
400
train.
before they stopped Jesse.
Yeah. But anyway, so Hayley doesn't know. I actually beat her. I thought I didn't.
Wow.
So I feel much better about myself now.
As you should.
Yeah. Carl Lagerfeld's cat, Chippy,
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. Is reportedly set to inherit the Chanel designer's estimated $195 million fortune. Chanel confirmed the news Tuesday. Lagerfeld passed away on Tuesday. He was 85. Has reportedly said in the past that Chipet was an heiress, referred to her as a full-time job. Hired maids to take care of her. She has 235,000 Instagram followers and more than 50,000 followers on Twitter. She could set a new record for the world's wealthiest cat. I would hope so.
Too bad that there's actual records kept for the wealthiest cats.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You think you'd give that money to somebody who could use it as opposed to a cat?
Well, it seems like Choupette could probably use it. She's got maids to pay for. She's got a whole Instagram thing to keep up with.
Is that how you say it, Choupette?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
You said Choupette.
Well, I thought it sounded more intelligent if I garbled it up in a French accent.
All right. Proposed California state law would now make it legal for residents to eat roadkill.
Okay.
Senate Bill 395 would allow people who accidentally hit and kill wild animals on California roads to recover the edible portions. California is following more than 20 other states that have already made eating roadkill legal. Now, if passed, the law would go into effect January 1st, 2021. Would you eat something you hit?
No, honey, bad news, I'm late. Good news, I'm bringing dinner.
We're having possum.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't eat anything off the road.
No,
I don't know how to
absolutely
clean anyway. I don't know how to do that. Where would you do it? I guess in the kitchen? In the sink right there out in the garage? Yeah.
Not a chance.
Yeah, to me, you're adding another element of danger. So now you're going to have people running out in the road trying to get dinner. They're going to get killed doing this.
What are you trying to kill for dinner?
Why you got Kroger right down the road? It's already prepared for you. I guess you're saving money. Embattled actor Jussie Smollett's tenure on TV's Empire is in jeopardy. The Fox show's executive producers say Smollett's character on Empire will be removed from the final 2 episodes of the season. They say it was done to avoid, quote, further disruption on the set. He was arrested Thursday after police say he falsely claimed to be the victim of a hate crime last month. Authorities allege Smollett paid 2 men to stage the attack to try and help his career. He denies these allegations.
But he signed the check.
Yes, he
did. A $3,500 check to do this.
Moron.
He should probably be written off Empire.
Yeah, I would say. Did you see the press conference
awesome.
with the police chief? Yeah. He let him have it.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Presidential hopeful Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has made a promise on Twitter to buy college student Hannah Kinney a pizza. The tweet is in response to a moment that went viral. While Gillibrand was campaigning at an Iowa City restaurant, Kinney didn't know what was happening when she got up to get some ranch for her pizza. She was seen on camera walking right by Gillibrand. Senator stops speaking as Kinney says, "Sorry, I'm just going to go get some ranch."
There she goes. I just need some ranch.
Because you need ranch for your pizza.
If she's buying her pizza, though, that's a campaign violation right there. You can't buy votes. So she's out.
Like a 9-year-old girl, it looks like. I don't think she can vote.
Yes,
well. Oh, no, I guess it's a college student.
Standing on a chair or something, I would assume.
Okay,
she's not that tall, yeah.
She's talking to a room full of children.
I think she's standing.
With beards.
She's sitting on the rail. See, she's sitting on the rail, and there she goes. Yeah.
Listen, I need ranch for my pizza.
Well,
or again, just for anything.
I'm serious. That's a campaign violation. You can't buy votes. So she's out. That leaves you 15 others on the Democrat side there.
Good luck.
Michael Jackson's estate is suing HBO over a documentary set to air next month. Leaving Neverland details allegations made by 2 men who claim Jackson sexually abused them for years when they were kids. Jackson's estate refutes the claim, saying the men stated in earlier sworn statements that Jackson did not molest them. In the lawsuit, attorneys for the Jackson estate allege HBO breached a previous agreement it made not to disparage Jackson. That agreement was inked in a 1992 contract HBO signed in order to air a concert by Jackson. HBO says it will air Leaving Neverland on March 3rd and 4th.
Listen, we've learned a lot about Michael Jackson since 1992. They can't still hold up that contract, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm a Michael Jackson fan from way back, so I always try to want to believe the best of the guy, and so, you know, everybody's got their.
Weird, though,
I know he's weird. Don't get me wrong. I know he's weird, but everything is through the filter that I have, which is, are these guys now trying to get rich and go back on what they originally stated? which they said they signed the agreement saying he didn't touch us. Now, maybe that was for some settlement as hush money. I don't know.
It could have been.
Could have been. But then again, he is weird. Yeah.
Not that all weird people do those kind of things, but he's uber weird.
Yeah.
All right, a rare 1997 Michael Jordan NBA trading card has set a record as the most expensive basketball card ever sold on eBay. Choupette bought it. Precious metal gems Michael Jordan's green card sold at auction yesterday for $350,100. There were only 10 of the cards made. Precious Metal Gems 1997 fetched some eye-popping bids for other players Wednesday night, including Scottie Pippen, whose card went for more than $22,000.
Wow. Best of all time, yes or no?
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, because you got these kids out there that will tell you LeBron
Well,
is.
but that's a generational thing. They didn't grow up watching. And if I'm a 20-year-old, which I'm very close to that, I would say LeBron is the greatest.
Yeah.
If that's what I grew up watching.
I mean, he's good. He's a Mount Rushmore figure in the NBA,
Yes.
but he's not the best of all time.
No, that's true.
And listen, I'm a big fan of Larry and Magic as well, but...
Yeah, I don't think Larry Bird is Mount Rushmore.
What? Oh, Mary Jo, how wrong you are. I'm going to show you a highlight reel that'll knock your knickers off. Those are today's hot topics. Coming up next, we're going to talk mouth-watering barbecue with our friends from Lyle's Barbecue Company.
They just made an appearance on CNBC's The Profit, so we're going to talk to them about that and what else is in the works. Stay with us.